Okay.
Hey, welcome to our show. This is Michelle.
Danielle.
And this is
Between Us Girls.
It's just us two tonight, and we are going to be discussing a couple of topics. We're going to talk about ways you found out you were being cheated on, and then also we're going to talk a little bit about frenemies. But before we do that, Danielle, what are we sipping on?
So tonight, how Sharonda says it, tonight, we are drinking on a blend of Tempranillo and Cabernet Sauvignon. It is a Spanish wine. It is a 2017. It's from El Prado.
Okay.
It's 13.5%.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And so we'll be rating it on taste, appearance, aroma, body, and finish. And we'll let you know how it is at the end of the episode.
Okay, great. So this is like what you didn't you have a Tempranillo the other night too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
That one was just a straight Tempranillo.
Okay, this one's a blend. So how did we like that one? It was kind of thinner, huh?
I didn't really think it was thin. It was, I think I liked it. I think I gave that one a 22.
You know what? You did.
I did. I liked that one.
Did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Big shout out to everybody that came out to our live show game night on Saturday.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. And, I think I've been feeling like this all week now, just kind of thinking about having support and really looking at, like, you looked at the analytics the other day and you just really can see our growth from the beginning of this. And, one thing I noticed today when I was listening back to some episodes is the sound quality has got a lot better. Now, of course, sometimes it's still but even just our chemistry and the way we don't talk over each other as much and all that, we've done a lot. We've come a long way, and I'm proud of us.
Yeah, we really have come a long way. Like I said earlier when we was talking about this, I remember we were like so happy when we had 100 downloads.
Girl. We were like, oh my God, 102.
Oh my God, somebody listed it. It's like, who is listed it? They would look at on SoundCloud how it shows you who listens. And we were like, oh my God, look at these people listening to our show.
Right. And that would be like, a 2-3 week period. We'd be like, girl, we are on it.
Right.
And now we get like 200-300 a day sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope, I think.
Yeah. So I want to thank, we had 2 podcasters come out. Eric Peabody from The Social Complex.
Okay.
And then also Brennan Dunn from Intelligence. I think that was the only 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
That podcasters I saw. Yeah, who came out. And then, oh no, you know what? Tasha has a podcast, but I think it's on hiatus.
Oh yeah, she does. Because isn't that how she found our group?
No, I was friends with her before. I'm trying to think of what the name of her show is. I think it's Nefertiti something, or Nefertiti Speaks, maybe. I think is the name of her show.
Okay.
Yeah, she's woke as fuck.
Okay, yeah. Her shirt was like black something. I posted a couple of pictures on our IG. So if you are, a follower, just go check them out.
Yeah.
So what positivity did we have this week, Daniel?
So for today's motivational moment.
Oh, Lord.
Praise Shirley Caesar.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
So this week it's passion is the thing you're compelled to do even when there's no money attached. And I think for a lot of people, myself included, kind of get confused at times in terms of what's your passion and what your purpose is, what's your reason for being here. Because if you don't have I'll say I think a lot of people have the tendency to think if you don't have a skill set or something of the nature that's like musical, it's like some kind of talent like that. Like people kind of downplay other talents that people have, and it's like because it's not popular and it's not romanticized and all that stuff,
Right, like who wants to listen to y'all talk?
Right.
But like that's a form of entertainment.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, people that are like really good at accounting, like that's like you're at numbers and you're doing spreadsheet, like that is a skill, that's a talent.
It sure is.
You know, and would you do that thing even if you wasn't getting paid for? Would you? Is that the thing that you would be drawn to? That there's always this voice saying, you know, hey, I like numbers. Why am I not pursuing something along that avenue? You know.
Right. Like I was helping a friend, I think it was yesterday. She's having a party and she needs some like centerpieces. So she had an idea that she wanted to like kind of recreate a Remy Martin bottle. So I walked in her office and she had this sad little sticker that she had made with tape and, you know, printer paper. And I was like, no, ma'am.
What is this, like kindergarten crafts?
No,
like,
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I feel like my 6-year-old niece would do better than that.
Right. So she was like, I feel like, why are you not doing, you know, something like this? And I'm like, I just do it because I like to do it. You know, I don't necessarily have to get paid for it because shit, I don't get paid for it. I do a lot of stuff for us and ain't no money coming in. You know what I mean? Like, just I like to do creative stuff like that. Now, I can't draw or like paint or anything like that. I mean, I can, but nobody would look at that shit.
I can draw a flower. That's it. That's all. And I learned in 7th grade.
Right. So that means it has the bubble petals. But like, I feel like doing graphics and web design and stuff like that. That's what I like, and it's okay. I don't get paid for it most of the time. So. But yeah, that's a passion of mine. Yeah. So that's why I like doing this because I get to touch on those things too.
Right. And I think that it's very important to your sense of well-being to be doing the things that you genuinely love doing. Like I think people downplay the sense of having a hobby. You know, like because everybody is so busy and you have kids and you have a family and you got the long list in your head of all the things that you have to do, you know, and so you kind of lose sight of doing the things that you love,
right,
in the midst of all of the chaos and craziness of just everyday life,
right.
You know, like it's really important for you to have an outlet of something that you like to do simply for you and outside of everybody else,
right?
Yeah,
because if you don't have that, then all your life is sitting in traffic or going to work. And most people, mundane. And most of us, we really don't love our day jobs. Like I can say I only go there because they pay me.
You know what? I actually like my job. The environment is kind of strange, but I actually like what I do. Like I don't really find myself getting bored, you know, but also it's kind of new and I'm learning a lot of different stuff. But so like half the time I'm confused, but
one day you can be like, oh shit.
But I actually do like what it is that I'm doing for a change. But anyway, so I mean, I just encourage everybody to do that thing
that you do,
that you like to do, and recognize that it is your passion, and you know, follow along with that.
Okay, so we wanted to talk a little bit about whatever that shit was we was going to talk about
with Cardi B.
Okay, yes, right.
With Cardi B and her husband this week. Yeah,
right. Okay, so she and her husband had. She came out and she said that, you know, she was breaking up with her baby father.
Which is her husband.
Right. And then it came out that, one of her friends, the girl, Cuban Doll? No. Yes, Cuban Doll, her friend, he approached her for a threesome or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, like he was trying to get a threesome between Cuban Doll and Summer Bunny.
Oh,
like he was trying to set that
up.
So
he didn't even want Cardi in the room?
No, it wasn't.
Bitch,
yeah, it was
the offense. And then 2 hoes that look just like me, nigga.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So he was trying to set that up. Somebody leaked the text messages of them trying to set that up, and Cuban Doll came out and was like, you know, I don't know nothing about that shit.
Right? She said, "Look, my name Bennett."
Right? Exactly. And Summer Bunny, she released a press statement on TMZ about how, you know, she didn't know how serious their
Their
marriage
marriage
was.
Everybody was like, bitch,
What?
you sound stupid.
Like, what you mean? Like, it don't get more serious than marriage. Like,
Right. But I mean, like, okay, so I think we talked about this a little bit at the show. Just, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, that's true. We don't know how serious people's marriages are because they might be going through a divorce or whatever. But marriage, I mean, anytime you say, okay, well, I am actually married.
I don't even think they've been married that long, right?
They
Has it been
haven't.
a year or less than a year, maybe?
They haven't been married that long.
Yeah.
Last September, I think.
Because it was like before she had the baby. And yeah, she was still pregnant. And then the girl, Summer Bunny, was like, I haven't messed with him since before, you know, she was pregnant. Or she had the
while she was pregnant.
Yeah, she had the baby. And I'm like, so you think that makes it okay?
Duh,
You know,
Danielle.
like, what is that? Is the bar that low to where it's like, you know, I mean, I wasn't messing with him while she was pregnant or before she had the baby or what? Like, is that where the bar is right now? Like,
Because I have class.
right.
Like,
I'm like, what exactly are you saying? And then you knew that she was pregnant, and you was like, but I still don't know how serious their
I mean,
relationship
it's serious
was.
enough for them to just have been having sex.
I mean, he proposed to her at one of her shows.
Public,
Yeah.
like, media covered.
Yes.
Like, stop.
And she came out pregnant shortly thereafter, and I mean, they were like completely public with their relationship. But I mean, it's off. It could be off a show. I don't know how serious.
I don't know how serious it is. I mean, it might be a fake baby. They say
I don't-
Beyonce did it.
Okay.
I think that has to do with just being young and stupid. Like, they probably, in their 20s?
Yeah.
Because isn't Cardi like 25 or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like, you got to look at a lot of this stuff and go, girl, really? You know, like, I found out one time that I was cheated on because, you know, I got the usual, I know you don't know me, but, and I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Because you already know what's coming
Yeah.
after that, but
some bullshit.
yeah.
Like, I know you don't know me, but I ran over your baby. I know you don't know me, but I fucked your man. Like, it's about to be stupid.
My thing about that, I mean, that's kind of like a little bit off topic, but like when another woman comes to you and want to tell you about, you know, her dealings with your man, to me, I feel like, so he made you mad?
You know, because why are you all of a sudden talking to me about it?
Yeah, you don't care about me and my feelings. You trying to hurt him or whatever, and you trying to hurt me to get at him or whatever. So
I'm not even in the shit.
So you just gonna mess up my motherfucking day? Like,
Right.
This is what you choose to do. You choose to mess up my goddamn day with your bullshit.
Because you mad at your man.
Right?
Who my man?
Who my man? And he ain't coming this weekend. Basically,
Right, is what you say. So
right? Like, seriously though, like, but whatever.
I absolutely, that is not the only part about cheating that I hate. So I really feel like it's wrong anyway. But I really cannot stand when a woman does that. Because I'm like, I am not in it.
What is your intention?
You know what I mean? Like, if I don't know about it, why are you involving me?
Exactly.
Because you still gonna fuck with him.
Not exactly. So now you want to involve me in your goddamn drama.
Right. And now I'm gonna be like, where you finna go?
Exactly.
You finna go. And then I'm gonna be like, bitch, he finna come over there. But let me find out. And then you be like, oh, his girlfriend crazy. Your fault.
Exactly.
Bitch, I didn't even know.
You could have left me over here chilling, reading
Right.
my book, drinking my wine.
Thank you. And I would have been doing that.
Or whatever. I need you to keep doing what you doing so you can make everything over here straight. Why is you fucking up my life?
Right. Because all I needed him to do was continue to do what he was doing up in here. And I was
Exactly.
none the wiser, okay? Now I'm like, bitch ass nigga. Like,
Right.
Look at you. Finna go fuck your bitch. Look at you. She don't even like you.
Right? Because she texted me and shit.
She's calling me.
Like, what? Well, hell no. So I did find like some juicy comments online about how they found out they were cheated on, and this first, maybe I should say this first one for last. No, I'm gonna tell it first.
Okay.
So this guy says, I got a call from my cousin saying there's this girl that would let us run a train on her.
Oh, okay.
I said, cool, bring her over. My cousin come over with the chick, and I noticed it's the same girl that I've been talking to for a few weeks. And I'm all confused, like, what's going on? The chick is shocked as I am. I never brought her to my house, so she didn't know what my house looked like or where I stayed. I was hurt like a motherfucker for real because I really liked her. We still ran that train, though.
So, but okay. So my question is, were they together?
I don't think they was together
Right, okay.
or whatever, just because of the way that he told the story. But so you really can't even consider that to be cheating or whatever. But I guess if you are in a situation where you're trying to see where things go, and then you find out she's like the neighborhood slut or whatever, and it's like, damn, I thought we could really have something.
Right.
Like, you kind of feel a sense of betrayal right there, because she's not the person who you thought that she was going to be. But I wouldn't go as far to say that this is a situation that you really found out that you've been cheated on. But can you imagine, like, being in that room and seeing the chick for the first time and being like, wait, so you cool with this? Like what the, like, I don't even know how to, I was like, when I first read it, I was like, I don't even know how to process this. Like it.
No.
Like, you go, like, first of all, you really can't be all that mad. He talking about he was hurt.
Nigga.
You talking to the chick, and you setting up a train with your cousin on what you think is to be another chick. You know what I'm saying?
But you hurt.
I can't believe this bitch.
Coming up here to fuck two men. Oh my God.
I mean, I was gonna fuck, but still.
Right.
You know, how can you really be mad?
Oh my God, Danielle. But that sounds just like.
Yeah, that's like straight man mentality right
Yeah.
there. Like,
Bitch, I can't believe
I can't believe you was gonna cheat on me when you know when I was about to cheat first.
Okay.
Like,
The audacity of women.
I didn't even get a chance to cheat. Like,
The audacity. Oh my God. The audacity of bitches right about now. So, like, did you find one maybe that has to do with friendship?
I don't remember. I did, and I couldn't find it.
Oh, dang.
But let's see. Well, I bet you these girls actually became friends afterwards.
You gonna tell us? Tell us.
It says, I was at my ex house while he was at work. His mistress somehow got my number and sent me screenshots of messages from other women he's been messing with. So the mistress was pissed because there was more than one chick.
Right.
Yeah.
The audacity of niggas.
Right. She's like the other dude.
So you finna double cheat?
Right.
Bro.
So I was angry, so I left, went home, and came up with a plan. A few hours later, I came back to his house and hid in the bushes while waiting on him to come back. I saw the mistress drop him off. When he walked up the stairs, I confronted him about her. He denied it. I walked off pretending to leave, but I called the girl to come back. She picked me up around the corner and we drove back to his place. I hid in her car, and when he walked up to the car, I said, "Surprise, bitch."
Oh!
And we both jumped out and cornered that ass. He was shocked, but fuck it. Me and homegirl were both getting played by him, so instead of fighting each other, we ganged up on his ass. I mean...
So, like, wasn't there a time during this story where someone was in the bushes?
Yes, the girlfriend was in the bushes, like Spicer.
Oh, so y'all finna...
Or like that Homer meme. That
Yeah, where he's like, oh, wait.
Wait.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, so, like, first of all, I just want to commend her on her dedication.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would have been like, I don't give no fucks. I would have right back inside and planned my escape.
She committed to this plan, like, serious, like, real talk. Like, you really gonna hide in the bushes, like, and try to, come at him? Like, so you surprised him twice, really. You surprised him coming out the bushes.
And then once in the car.
Like, you really ought to be, like, glad he didn't, like, steal off on you coming out the bushes, like, real talk. Like,
I know you. I wasn't even with no girl.
Right? Like, you just can't be sneaking up on black folks. Like, we don't play that shit sneaking up on. We start swinging. Like, I'm really surprised he started swinging on her ass. Like,
For
coming out the
real.
damn bushes.
Especially whenever she was in the car hiding. I would have been like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
like, hell no. But the mistress to me is no better than the dude from the first story. She's mad because
She's not the only one that
She
he's
not,
fucking.
yeah, exactly. So wait a minute. I thought it was only this one chick, but now you have several other chicks other than this main one that I got to deal with. Like, so us two ain't enough. Like
Us too.
us two.
Me and her, we not enough.
I mean, I was cool with knowing about her,
But the audacity.
Okay.
Like, oh.
Now you got some other bitches. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't even know.
That's crazy, man. I guess I feel like cheating, it just takes so much work. Like for somebody like me, because I'm extremely transparent, I'm like, look, you want to know where I was? You want to know how I got this bruise? I was fucking. It just seems like a lot to be like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Like I can't. My lies would be horrible.
I mean, you don't have to lie. I mean, you just basically don't tell the whole truth. That's not the same as a lie.
I feel like that's kind of like lying.
It's not, because if I like tonight, I came to your house, but I stopped by Total Wine and to get this stuff. So if I don't mention that I stopped by Total Wine, is that a lie? If somebody asks me where I'm at, and I say, I came over to Michelle's house.
Okay, you also went to Total Wine.
But I don't disclose that I went to Total Wine.
I feel like it's fine as long as you're not having sex at Total Wine. Because I feel like there are certain things that you should disclose with your partner. But I mean, if you don't want to.
But technically I did just go to Michelle's house.
Okay.
So, I mean, whether or not somebody topped me off in front of Total Wine.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Is, irrelevant to the question that was asked.
But where are your drawers? Look, I said I went to Michelle's house, okay?
I threw them at Kiara last week and I ain't put none on.
You know what I mean? So, have you ever found out that a friend of yours did something like that?
No. I'm not going to get into what I'm going to do.
I'm just going to say that at the live show, Danielle was very graphic in regards to what she was going to do. And we're not going to repeat it.
I'm not, I feel like it's incriminating.
Yeah, like, no.
No, I mean, I've always had like the same sort of group of friends like throughout my life. So, I mean, if one of my friends, like seriously, like if that happened, like I would be like completely
devastated.
Yes, I would be devastated. I would be hurt, because it's like, I've known you for so long and we've shared so much and we've been through so much as friends, and you would actually betray me like that. Like that would be something that I would never see coming. Yeah. Because that's really probably the main reason why it would hurt so bad, because it's something I would never see coming. Like,
yeah, because you don't expect your friends to operate like that.
Right.
I feel like there are some Lifetime movies that kind of touch on this topic where you're like, oh, you know what? Have you ever watched that show, Frankie and Grace?
I watched the first season. I didn't. Yeah, but that was weird.
It was weird, but remember the two husbands were sleeping together.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how I would feel about that. I think I would have been like, oh, like a lot more upset than they were.
I wouldn't be able to be around any of those people.
And they were like the four best friends that anybody could have.
I would have to like go off and seclude myself somewhere and then get over, and maybe I could have some sort of relationship. I mean, within the context of that show, like they were in their 60s, 70s or whatever, and they had been pretty much a part of their lives for like their entire, like since their like early 20s, 30s or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about
long
30,
time.
40 years.
Girl.
And
first of all, somebody gonna die.
So I mean, I could see how it would be extremely difficult to just completely end a relationship like that when you're so used to. Just think about it in the context of a friendship.
Essentially, you grew up together.
Like even so, yeah, you did grow up together, but whenever anything positive or negative happen, like that's your person. That's the person you call bouncing ideas off of. That's the person you call to release stuff with. You know, and to think that that person betrays you in that way, and now you got to try and figure out, you know, damn, I don't have that person anymore to go and talk to about that. And so it's like, well, do I forgive them and try to have some sort of relationship, or do I move on? Like, I can imagine how difficult it would be, because that person is almost like an extension of your body at this point, you know?
You just gonna have to live without your leg.
I know.
Because I just feel like, you know, like people should be better than that, especially as far as friends are concerned. Now, if I don't know you and I accidentally slip and fall, I'm sorry. You know, that's all I can offer you. But I feel like that might be something that people would do, like as like young folks that don't know shit or don't care about building relationships and stuff like that. I guess it just depends on how much you care about your friendships, you know? Because when I was young, I think I used to do, I'm trying to reflect back. I'm like, did I sleep with that girl's boyfriend for real? You know, but I don't think I wouldn't do anything like that at almost 40.
No, I haven't. I've never really even had that question. Well, I feel like I'm lying.
Okay.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just gonna move on.
Yeah. So, so Cuban Doll, did she try to apologize to Cardi or no? She didn't say anything?
I think she did try to apologize and say something. I think she said that she spoke with Cardi, and Cardi knows that she wasn't involved in that situation.
She just kind of got into it by him texting her. She wasn't like, yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I don't necessarily believe it, but
I don't believe none of that shit. I feel like, and then whenever, what's her name, Honey Bun or Summer Bunny? That is the stupidest fucking name, by the way.
I keep thinking about
Summer Bunnies drive me crazy. Me too. I'm like, okay, so anywho, I feel like maybe the problem is we use the word friend too loosely. Because if you're my associate, you're not really my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think at our age now, it's like we can count our actual friends on so many fingers, rather. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to trust my deepest, darkest secrets with everybody, which I don't have many because, you know, I'm fairly open. But there's things I would only share with my friends. And I think, especially when you're young, you know, these people in this trying to buy my sewing machine all late in the game. I think at our age, it's just a little bit different. When you're young, you're like, oh, I can't believe my friend. Bitch, I'm your friend. We don't even really talk about nothing.
I know. You know what? I think that's a very good point, because, you know, people that are what you would consider like a frenemy. One, I don't even quite understand why you would keep somebody around that you feel like is your frenemy. But because in this situation, it actually kind of seemed like they not really friends, you know. But I mean, we don't know if they're frenemies. But you know, I think it is important to point out that people that are your frenemies, like they don't really care about you, and they sort of mask it and asking you questions to basically just trying to find out the drama, to point out the negatives,
find out what you're doing, find out if you're single, if you're miserable, that kind of thing.
Because they want you to be miserable, and they want to make sure that they're all doing better with you, that they're doing better than you are. Right. Like, they don't want to celebrate any of your wins, anything that's going on. It'll be like, oh, you got that, that's good, but what about, you know, like they'll kind of subtly throw in something else instead of just being genuinely happy for you and like, oh my God, I'm glad this happened for you. Look where you've come from into now, or whatever. You know, so I mean, I think that it's important to notice that people have to celebrate you and want the best for you in general. And also, they kind of become competitive with you in a sick sense. It's like, why does this person want to compete with me?
All the time.
It's like there's no competition here. We're not in any race. Like you're in your lane, I'm in my lane.
Right.
And we both have our own goals and end game or whatever. Why are you coming over here?
Exactly, because we're never going to reach the same, just like with me and you and just our whole entire show. We're on the same show. Mm-hmm. We do the same thing. But where I'm going and where you're going and what our end goals are, even as the show is pertaining to the show, are not the same. You know what I mean? Because like you like reading, I do too, but I really don't care about books right now. You might be like a great book reviewer one day, Danielle, like the Siskel and Ebert of books.
It's possible. I do
or
read a lot.
Oprah's book club.
Yeah.
So, but there's no reason for people who want to do the same thing as, we do overall, like with shows or whatever, to be like, oh, those are my competition. I was actually talking to somebody today, and I was like, there's a lot of shows in Houston. Like, I didn't even, like, when we started this, I thought I was being hella innovative. And I was like, we're going to do a podcast. And now I'm like, fuck, everybody's doing a podcast. But to me,
in general, everybody's doing a
right.
podcast.
But I don't view anyone even really in our area or even people who talk about the same topics we do as competition, because the show is not the same.
Right.
Whatever we bring to our show is not going to be the same thing as the next group of girls or guys bring to theirs. So.
Right, because nobody can be you.
Exactly.
Right. So they're not going to bring the same thing. And I think I actually think that in a frenemy situation, a person that's trying to be your frenemy, I mean, they want to be you in some kind of way, or they see certain qualities in you that they like and that they want to emulate, but they also kind of want to tear that down.
So they can shine once they become you.
Right.
Single white female looking ass bitch.
Exactly. So it's like, wait a minute, like, so you really want to tear me down and so you can have what I got, and then they don't even know like
what you have, child.
Exactly. Like, I ain't really got shit. Like, you really think that I got something going on or whatever? Like, I'm trying to make it on a daily basis like you try to make it.
Right, because what you don't know is what I got going on might be bullshit. Do you want to sit in traffic for 3 hours per day? Let me find out.
Like, you really don't know. You can't walk in anybody else's shoes, so you really don't know what they go through to get to what they have. Like, some people, they take a knee to get a promotion. So are you willing to take that same knee?
It might come with dick. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really trying to emulate that?
Right.
Like, that's what you're trying to do? Like, you don't even know that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you don't take the time to look at, and that's the thing is, like, everybody who looks like they're shining right now had to work to get to the point where they look like they're shining, and they still are working towards something.
Right.
It's like, and I can't say that I specifically have ever had somebody that I felt like, okay, I'm lying. In high school, definitely. I felt like I had friends who were like, oh, well, where'd you get those shoes from? Or, oh, where you do this from? And then would try to one up, and it's like, it's not a competition, so.
Yeah, no, I think that, me trying to get out of my shell and make friends with people at certain times in my life, that I definitely have crept upon like a frenemy, because it's like the conversation always kind of rolls towards them, and maybe they want me to fix their problems or whatever. I don't know. People have a tendency, because I listen to people.
Yeah.
So they want me to fix stuff or whatever, but I think that, yeah, and it's very certain things like that. They're very selfish with time and just not really necessarily wanting to hear something from you unless it's some bad shit. Otherwise, everything is all about them, me, and come see what I'm doing and what I have going on, and let me unleash everything off on you, and and there not being any reciprocation in the matter.
Right. Constantly talking about, oh, hey, can you talk? Like, sometimes I feel like, and I know it just because we're all friends, but sometimes I'm just like, are you serious? Like, I made a post yesterday about, I'm like, y'all need to start paying me for this shit. Like, I got other stuff to do with my time than to talk about, you and whoever or whatever's going on, because it's like I have my own shit going.
Right.
But I don't. It's almost like, where do I talk? Who do I talk to?
Exactly.
Where do I get my, like, you know?
You the
shit.
strong
Do I have a
friend.
person? I'm the strong friend, which means I take on everybody's everything, and then I'm balled up in the corner trying to cough up the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that show? The Green Mile. That. Oh,
Yeah.
you're hurt. Let me help you, and then
Right.
you take on all the shit,
Right.
coughing up black dots.
What do you call them? What is it? Succubus?
Oh my
Incubus
god, I
or
don't want to
something,
be that
or whatever.
person.
Like it sucks all your energy out or something. Like, I don't know.
Great. Can't,
Like
baby, I can't wait.
Oh God.
Okay, so did you like the wine? Okay.
I did. I will say though that it's a little bit high on the acidity. Like I taste that.
Yeah.
And it kind of like burns my throat a little bit.
Okay.
And as it sits.
I don't like it.
But I did. I liked it enough. I don't know if maybe it was the brownie that makes my taste buds a little more sensitive.
What kind of brownie you had, Dan?
I mean, it was a brownie.
Okay.
And if you love me, send them. So yeah, I don't know if it was, maybe I'm a little sensitive right now to it. And it's not super dry. Let me see. Let me get another taste of it.
I mean, it's okay.
It kind of tastes a little bit peppery, which,
It's odd.
yeah, I don't know. I think that I didn't even smell it.
Just in here like, girl, okay?
Oh, it has like a really strong scent, but it's like a alcohol scent. It's not like I don't smell any fruit, anything. Like, I feel like my nostrils are gonna burn.
just fake and fraud as fuck.
But oddly, I do like it. Cause I would probably drink this at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll give it a 17.
Okay. I am going to give it a 20. It was pretty good. How about I just downloaded this software to try to do... Okay, so you guys don't really need to know this, but I feel like I'm going to share it. So Danielle and I are working on, trying to get our knowledge up. And we're like, you know what? Let's do a new video. Not going to tell you what it is yet, but we're going to start a little small video segment. So I'm like, I wonder, if we can do something real smart with it and kind of just like, stream it to two platforms, which it is possible. So I go and download the software, and then as soon as I started, why it tell me I already got to send an error report? I just can't.
That's your rant.
Yes. Shit. I'm like, bro, really? Damn.
I ain't even did shit yet.
I ain't even did nothing yet.
How the hell you give me an error before I even start?
God, dog.
It's like, God damn, you moved the start line.
I'm trying to tell you. Shit. Anyway, so shit. I'm just like, what the fucking hell?
So really, you start right here.
Right. You got to come back just a little bit. Just a scotch.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But, we'll see. So thanks. Oh my God. I don't know. Is it the dog? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, I'm all over the place. And Danielle is normal and calm. Just giving you a bit of balance here in the world. Like a nice red blend.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, but this software should work if I could just get it to actually work. Because I can